This is Kevin for Passion for the Word. Today's video, we're going to jump right into this one also. I apologize, it's taken a while to get these things, get some videos out. We had some things come up this past month. Been a rough month. Everything's good now. We're going to do another verse similar to the Hebrews 11:3 that we did in the previous video. This is another verse that didn't make sense. Actually, I'm sure was a point of mockery until science come along and explained what was being said there. We're not going to get into do the subscription, all that sort of thing, notification bell, hit the like button, all that, get that out of the way right away. T-shirts, we still have plenty of T-shirts. We're going to jump right in. The verse we're going to cover today is Ephesians 3:18. Now this is Paul writing this one also. And he writes in 3:18, may be able to comprehend with all saints what is the breadth and length and depth and height. What? That doesn't make any sense. That's four. We have the three dimensions that we're familiar with, length, width, and height. But there's four listed there. Breadth, length, depth, and height. What was Paul getting at? One of the things that we found out, if you go into it, breadth can also mean a span of time. So now we've got four dimensions. This was written 2,000 years ago. Einstein's theory of relativity was one of the great discoveries of the last century. And what he discovered, what his theory of relativity laid out, is that time is an actual dimension. That's pretty miraculous that here's Paul writing 2,000 years ago, and he's including data or clues, evidence of things that wouldn't be discovered for 1,900 years by one of the most brilliant men of science in history. And here's Paul writing it. Time, length, depth, and height is another way of reading this. To go even deeper though, and even more amazing, in the 12th or 13th century, there was a Hebrew rabbi by the name of Nachmanides that did a commentary on Genesis. Now in his commentary, just on Genesis chapter 1, he postulated that there were 10 or 11 different dimensions, 4 of which were knowable. We know these 4, length, width, height. Those we can move through. I can raise my arm up and down through height, back and forth, in and out. I can move through that. Time, we travel through time, but we have no control over it. We can't speed it up, we can't slow it down, we can't back up. We're kind of stuck in that dimension traveling through, but it's still a dimension we're traveling through. We can affect it with great speed. I can't run fast enough for that, but in a spaceship you can alter time. Without getting into the whole specifics of it, if there were a pair of twins and one hopped in a spaceship and took off to Alpha Centauri at the speed of light and came back, he would be a different age than his twin on Earth. Time is a dimension we can travel. We travel through. Back to Nachmanides, the other 6 dimensions he said were unknowable. Now he got all this just from reading Genesis 1. Okay. Modern science in the last 50 years or so, and with the CERN, the high-speed collider, millions of dollars have been spent on this huge laboratory underground to discover that there are 4 dimensions that we know and 6 that we can only infer. They've proven these in the lab. Here again, the Bible 2,000 years ago spoke about something that the best scientific minds of today are only just now starting to understand. Paul didn't know what he was writing about. I'm convinced of that. This is evidence of the divine origin, the ultimate divine origin of the Bible. There's no way Paul knew what he was writing there, not to the full extent. God knew. God told him to write this. That's all we have for you today. Thank you, and God bless.